Hi ladies. Okay, so this is week 8. I'm late again. I've got a fan over here on 1. We'll see if it can stay when I do the seasonings, but when I went to the Dollar General right up the road. Anyway, my car said it was 110, or my husband's car, whatever, so it's hot still here. Alright, so we did the butter chicken last night, so we did 3 meals this week from the freezer, and it turned out perfect. I did add about a quarter teaspoon max of the xanthan gum, so I wanted it to be a little bit thicker. I felt like it was a little watery, but it might be a little bit different whenever you thaw your meat as well. And don't forget, cooking time on all of this varies on, hi Bonnie, your size of your meats that you choose to use. So like this week, my Super 1 had chicken thighs on sale, boneless, skinless, and each bag was either like 301, 305, 307. So I did chicken thighs this week and not chicken breasts. And then the ribs, I was going to get like spare ribs, because they were 97 cents a pound, but they were huge, and there was no way they were going to fit in freezer bags. So I have these country style pork ribs. Some of these are boneless and some of these are not. So, you know, adjust these, one, for what your family will eat, because that's most important. And then two, like whatever meats you can find on sale, because we all need to save $1 here. I had one more thing I was going to say. What was it? Hopefully it'll come back to me. Okay. Oh, and the ribs, again, there's some with bones and some not in each package. And it was about every bag was, or package was 3 pounds point a little bit. So pretty much 3 pounds of pork ribs. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these dry ingredients in here, and hopefully I do not over season. All right, and then also if you watched the other video, then you already heard this, but if you didn't, I'll do it real quick so I don't want to waste your time. I'm not going to add any sauce to these. Oh, thank you, Melissa. Because they really, like the fat is going to cook out and they're going to release a lot of their own liquid. So when you add barbecue sauce to that, then it's just going to mix with that. And that's not what I want. So we have options. Cook them with the seasoning, pour the liquid out, add some barbecue sauce to it, and let it keep cooking for another hour in your crock pot. If you have a grill and it's not 115 degrees off, I'm exaggerating, just 110 or 11 today. Take the ribs out, brush them with barbecue sauce and grill them. You could also use your broiler. So if I made these anytime soon, I'm just using the crock pot the whole way. I am not going outside to grill it. I'm not gonna use my oven. But I think always are good, but if you do like that little bit of that char on them, then obviously broil, or, I mean, might be able to air fry. Y'all have no idea what I'm pointing at because you're not here, but like my grill's out there, my oven's right here, my air fryer's right there. Sorry, that probably has to look odd. They might be good, you know, in the air fryer for a few minutes, but anyway, let's get busy. Okay, so each bag I'm going to add approximately like a good 2 teaspoons of salt, and I'm going to try to shake it so it'll make it easier to distribute evenly. I was going to put everything into bowls, and we'll see if this works. I'm trying to make this as easy as possible for busy families, people who don't want to spend all their time in the kitchen. When my kids were growing up, I cooked like everything from scratch. We were, you know, pretty on a tight budget. We had 5 kids and a single income. So I was cooking everything from scratch, and I just spent so much time in the kitchen. So much time in the kitchen. So I'm trying to make it so that women don't have to do that and can still feed their family good food and not feel chained to the kitchen. I'm going to open the pour side. We'll see if this is a mistake. I don't think so, but that fan is... I'm doing about a teaspoon of pepper, and I think I'm probably going to sneeze on camera for the first time. Oh gosh. About a teaspoon of cumin. Oh my goodness. Maybe the fan was a bad idea. And if y'all like things hot, add hot. If you don't like so much seasoning, you know, lessen it. I do like my food seasoned fairly decent. I don't like, okay, bland food. onion powder. I cut a new one, obviously. Oh man, I really did miss these. Onion powder, at least a teaspoon. I'm gonna take this off so I can make this faster. I don't think y'all can see it, but I have onion powder floating in my kitchen now. Okay. Okay, I also want to mention, I told my friend that I did the first video at her house, smoked paprika. We're going to do about half a tablespoon, and I'm just going to start measuring. I can't have these seasonings rolling around my kitchen. She hasn't watched any of them that I've done since her house, and I said, you know, if you want to laugh, just watch my videos, because I'm not intentionally funny. It is all the bloopers that were probably taken out if I was actually on like TV or something, which I would never. Okay, garlic powder, we're going to do about a tablespoon. Yeah. Remember, this is 3 pounds of meat. It's going to cook in its own liquid, and we're going to pour it out. Barbecue sauce, that's where I was going. What I plan on doing is getting one of the sugar-free barbecue sauces, since I don't know if I'll have time to make it. Chili powder, let's go about a tablespoon. Let's do a 3/4 of a tablespoon. And then I'm going to probably add some like brown swerve to it. I'm gonna give it more flavor, because I have not found one that I thoroughly love since I have been Wendy on THM, and yeah, that's been 10 years, but I have not found a I think that's it, a barbecue sauce that I felt was worth paying money for, because everything that we buy that is on plan is more expensive. Like I was telling my friend again, Jennifer, that I did that one video and I put a half a cup of brown swerve in each bag, and that was an entire $9 bag of brown swerve. So I'm gonna make it taste better for my taste. Probably some wash your sister sauce. I never say that right. Okay, so I have the label on here. Ribs 823, cook on low 4 to 6 hours. It's going to depend like on the size of your meat, and if you do like actual like the little rack of ribs, which is what I thought I was getting. Like I went through and put 8 in my buggy because I was gonna need 2 packages, and then I realized I had the whole wrong ribs. The right ribs were the giant ribs, and anyway, so timing and seasoning is going to depend on how much you have. And again, I have about 3 pounds of some bone in and some boneless in the same package. They were labeled like that. Okay, I'm going to move these so I can get to that. I've got to hurry up because my husband, his chiropractor appointment's at 4:30. I don't have one today because I have, I guess, advanced to level 2, and I'll start that Monday. Okay. And we still have not heard anything from the pain management doctor for him, which is kind of frustrating because he's in so much pain. And if you've never been here before and you wonder why I'm not just grabbing these, 2 of these at least, the thing comes out, so like that's not coming out, but some of them, they come out. I think this is, yep, this is one of them right here. So I can't hold it like that. Okay, and then the last one. Okay, so now it's a chicken spaghetti. Move things around a little bit, get a drink of water. Okay. I'm not adding the butter to the recipe because I'm not browning the onions and peppers. I'm using the frozen mix. So this says chicken spaghetti, cooked on low 4 to 5 hours, high 2 to 3, add 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese, and then I put a question mark because I think it's going to depend on how creamy it is. I've made this exactly, thank you, Wendy. I've added cream one time, broth, and so like it really is like, you want to add some heavy cream, do you want to add cream cheese? Is it creamy enough for you? Do you want to do 1 cup of shredded cheese and a half a block of cream cheese? It can depend on what you have in your house. So definitely you want to add the cheddar and then go from there. The recipe says 8 to 16 ounces of cheddar and optional 4 ounces of cream cheese. But if you feel like it's too dry, and I use Dreamfields, and I just think a half a box, and I put it right in the crock pot. And so I really want the whole thing to mix well together and not be dry, but also not be like wet. I don't know, like it needs to be wet, but I don't know what the right word is. Like I don't want, it's not soup. So I'm trying to find that balance. So whenever you mix everything together, then you can see, does it need like, a quarter or half a cup of broth? Do you not have cream cheese, but you have some heavy cream? Anyway, all right. So I had to run to my local Dollar General and get, did I get the right thing? Okay, yes. I thought I went to the store for no reason, so I couldn't find them. It's just, we call Rotel here, but it's just diced tomatoes with green chilies. And you need 1 for each bag. And if y'all ever have questions, I had somebody, and I don't know, everybody watches all my videos. You don't have time. Everybody's got lives. I asked if you could do this in the pressure cooker. Pretty much everything can be cooked in the pressure cooker. Now, for the ribs, you would have to go ahead and add your sauce, because my understanding is a pressure cooker needs some sort of liquid in there, and they're not all created equal. So then you're gonna need to look at your manufacturer's recommendations. Okay, so if you're gonna not use the seasoning blend, and I got a dry bag, that's all my store had, then you would need to either buy the pre-chopped or chop up your onions and your peppers. And if you're crazy like me, you should go ahead and cook them, because they would, in my opinion, be too crunchy in the crock pot. I would not want that. But again, I tested this last week and it worked out perfect. So I'm going to do about 2 cups in each bag of the seasoning blend. And my store just had this, like, I don't know, huge bag. And I didn't want to have to run to another store. I think it's this time in Texas. Maybe it's like, well, I lived in Wisconsin for 2 years, but when you only want to get out if you have to, your car is so hot. And since we still don't have another car since the accident, and my husband's car has a black dash, it is, after it's been in the sun, it is that you just feel the heat coming on you. So I feel like it's like in Wisconsin, I felt like it was hibernation period, like everybody just kind of stayed inside in the winter unless you had to get out. And that's kind of what I feel like it is in summer here in Texas. Okay, and then a tablespoon or so, and I'm just going to use this guy, of minced garlic. And of course, you can do that chopping yourself, but I'm not. And I'm also, like, again, my whole goal is just to help women or men, but my goal is, my focus is women. I'm tired, just don't want to be in the kitchen. Guess what? You can feed your family, get in and out of that kitchen quick. Okay, and then I think it's just salt and pepper. I didn't write them down because I was lazy, I guess. I don't know. And then I think it's just a salt and pepper. And again, I'm just eyeballing it. And then make sure you taste it. So this week when we had the pepper steak, which I think that, I never looked that back to make sure I had the right name. It needed, and I don't know if you watched that crazy video, I ran out of Bragg's, and then one of mine lost liquid whenever I was putting them in the back freezer. It needed more Bragg's, and it needed something else. And then the butter chicken last night, I felt like it needed salt. The barbacoa was perfect, and the youth gave it rave reviews. And then for me, I just did it with a bowl that night, like the taco bowl. I did almost the exact same thing, but with the barbacoa. Okay. If you have, again, I've had a few people ask me some questions. If you have thoughts, feel free to reach out to me. I just really, my heart is for, when I see a woman say, I made 2 dinners tonight, that just breaks my heart. If you need suggestions, let me know. If you have some recipes that maybe you would like to get that your family likes, that maybe we could maybe tweak it for your family, just let me know. I just am here to hopefully be a blessing and to help when I can. And I'm sure maybe we'll laugh at my craziness at the same time. Okay, I gotta clean this up, get this in the freezer, and then we gotta run out the door. Thanks for watching. Bye.